What's going on, people? Welcome back to Nick J. Francis' channel once again. My boy Nick J. Francis, Shane Willoughby in the house. Only Facts Boxing, you know what it is. Let's just get straight into it, man. Because I know you wanted. I know you got a topic you want to talk about.
I'm so surprised that you done it so official. Normally, you start these videos kind of relaxed and laid back, fam. You know, you don't normally start so official today, bro.
We're in an official studio. You know what I'm saying? I feel prestige. We're trying to move up in the game.
Obviously,
you know what it is? I just
level up in life and that, bro.
I just watched West Side Gun's interview on Math Hoffa, some clips of it, and I feel like I'm trying to be someone in life. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of my bridges want to be nothing in life. They don't want to be anything. I want to be someone
in life, and Showtime's moving down in life.
100%.
It's so peak, fam. I can't even believe it. You know why it's so mad? When I heard, for those who don't know, Showtime, this will be their last year for boxing still, which is mad because
have they got any big shows coming up?
That's a good question, bro.
Because probably not. They're basically done.
Do they have any big shows coming up?
I don't. Who's with Showtime?
Well, PBC. Do PBC have any big shows coming up? It's funny that you say that because the last thing that I really heard was they were trying to make Gervonta Davis versus Cruz.
Yeah.
But even with that, like, they had a really good year this year. You know, they had Canelo. No, I'm lying. What am I talking about? Andrade versus Benavidez. That's a good fight.
It's weird. Now you say that, it's weird for them to bow out. Maybe they're trying to bow out on a high.
On a high. Or maybe they tried one big last roll of the dice to see if they can get some subscriptions and it didn't bang, so they just stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, lack of subscription and lack of numbers brings us on to our next topic, but we ain't going to go there yet. We're going to, you know what I mean? Stay tuned because we got some things going in. Do you know what I mean? But Showtime for me were always, they did the best media packages. They did the best fight build up. When it was before pre-DAZN, not that DAZN in that conversation, but like when it was the main broadcasters of BT.
Bro. They used to do the behind the scenes things. They
would
follow the people them around their houses.
All areas.
All access, that's it.
They would do all of that stuff.
It started with like Floyd, innit? Like when Floyd used to let people into his mansions and that. When PBC signed that deal with Showtime, like it took boxing. Let's keep it real, bro. It took boxing to a whole nother level, bro. They stole all Golden Boys fighters. They literally went to another level. And to be honest with you, when HBO left, everybody thought Showtime was going to be next. Yeah. And they done well to stay in it this long because let's keep it real, bro. Like their pay-per-view structure was crazy. $95 for... What was they had Charles Martin and flipping Ortiz on pay-per-view, bro. Their pay structure was mad.
They were taking the piss at one stage. 100%.
Taking the piss. Andy Ruiz versus Areola on pay-per-view, bro.
Yeah.
Mad. But then this year, but the value for money's mad. Tank versus Ryan. Canelo versus Charlo. Terence Crawford versus Spence. I mean, bro, Andrade versus Benavidez, bro. They gave us good fights, bro. And you just think, like, right now, innit?
It's mad that in a business where we don't see the fights happen that we want to see, when we see the fights happen, they have to cash out because it's so expensive to get it done. It's crazy. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories. Like, who was it Floyd fighting, not Maidana? Is it Maidana or Barrera? And I remember in the Access All Areas, I was young, and the guy peed in the bottle, and then the commentator, the voiceover thing was saying, so he doesn't waste any nutrients. And then he picked up the bottle and started backing his own pee.
Drinking
I feel like it was Barrera. I feel like it was either Barrera or Maidana, one of them.
Maybe Guerrero?
Nah.
It wasn't Guerrero.
I don't think so. But yeah, I got a lot of like weird memories. Was Hatton Floyd Mayweather? Was that Showtime in America?
I think that was HBO.
Might be
that was
HBO.
before PBC actually signed over to, what's it called? Because I think the big deal that they signed was, I think, the Canelo fight. Yeah. That was on Showtime. I know, obviously, the Pacquiao fights, the Maidana fights, that was on Showtime.
Canelo's the pay-per-view killer. He's going from platform to platform and dead in the platforms.
Dead in pay-per-views.
And he's dead in platforms.
But, yeah, facts. I mean, he done HBO. He was the last pay-per-view, him and Golovkin. And then the last...
And then DAZN.
Well, DAZN's still doing pay-per-views now.
I know, but like he didn't dead DAZN fully, but like he left them in a much worse position than when he joined them, I feel like.
Bro, I just think boxing in a whole is in a worse position, bro.
That's true.
But I do get what you're saying, though, because when he was on DAZN, a lot of it was built on his back.
Exactly.
You know, because obviously he first started DAZN with Golden Boy, snitched the Golden Boy thing, and joined Eddie Hearn, stayed in DAZN. Now he's ditched Eddie Hearn and gone with PBC. Yeah. Now PBC is losing their contract with Showtime. I can only assume, bruv, that what does PBC do now? Because they got a lot of fighters. They got like the entire welterweight division. They got the Charlos, Tank. Where do they go? Like, where do they go from there? Do they sign with ESPN? They've said a lot of bad things about ESPN. I know they definitely can't sign with the Zone because they've ruined their relationship with the Zone. So who do they?
ESPN will pick them up. Those broadcasters are not precious. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if maybe it's a bad example. We're going to talk about Boxer, Ben Shalom, and all the rest of it in a minute. But would Sky Sports take Eddie Hearn back? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Them broadcasters, they don't care. They know it's the business.
Wherever it gets them the biggest sales and the biggest fights, innit?
Do you know what I'm saying? They don't care. But it is sad to see a real mainstay for a long period of time in boxing go down, and we are. But I think you said this before. But you're concerned that when AJ's gone, Fury's gone, and Canelo's gone, we may be entering another dark
especially in this country. Yeah. I think in America, you still got the Haney, Shakur, Tank, Ryan.
But the lightweight guys don't sell pay-per-views. Not as many.
Not as many. Yeah. But in America, you still got those stable of fighters who can be something. You can we will get a lot of good fights out of those.
Even the up-and-comers like the Boots Ennis guys. And
exactly.
All those
guys, Boots Ennis, Virgil. Those are two good names. I didn't even get to say Boots. But yeah, 100%. In this country, it's peak. It is so peak. Because when AJ was coming through, you didn't just have AJ. You had Callum Smith. You had Eubank. You had Billy Joe Saunders. You had Tyson Fury came back.
Even Joe Joyce came.
Joe Joyce
pro late, but he was there.
Yeah, like you had dudes who were Conor Ben who could actually sell. Who in this next crop, bro? Let's keep
Josh Kelly. Sorry, there's all the names are popping up.
All these guys.
Yeah. Not Sonny Edwards, Charlie Edwards.
Yeah,
there was a decent crop of young fighters.
Who's coming through now who can actually headline? I think even Tony Bellew and David Haye were at the back end of their career, but they were still headlining. Yeah. Bro, who in this next crop? I mean, let's keep it real, and I think we might as well go to the next topic, bro. Yeah. We got Isaac Chamberlain and flipping Lawal headlining a Sky Sports show, bro. What is going on here, fam? These two, let's keep it real. Like, that should show you where boxing is in period. We're going into a dark ages, bro.
It's tough, because obviously I spoke with Ben Shalom at the event for the Fraser Clark fight, and that week, Fraser Clark was also a main event that wasn't supposed to be a main event that week.
Yeah, Fraser Clark and Marius Wack.
Yeah. And there were, like, a few things that were happening with fighters in his stable, and he was losing a little bit of control. Do you know what I'm saying? And Ben Shalom strikes me as somebody that is... I don't want to say a very good businessman. He's a good businessman, but he's not necessarily street smart. And so when you look at someone like Eddie Hearn, you might say that someone like a Bob Arum or who's the black guy that we were just talking about?
Al Heyman.
No. Before him.
Don King.
You might say that Don King and those guys are... Don King's very street smart, but not a great business person. Just out and out business. You wouldn't give him a business to run. Facts. But he's very street smart.
Yeah, they know how.
Eddie has a good balance of street smart and business. He's got the business education. He's from a posh school and all the rest of it. But his dad's still his dad, and he's a bit street smart with it. Do you know what I'm saying? So he can,
and even if you look at someone like Frank Warren, like Frank Warren's, we can say anything you want. Frank Warren's identity of spotting talent is really good. Yeah, this is Ben Shalom's problem. Yeah. He put all this money behind Lawrence Okoli. He could have come to us and would have told him that's not who you want to invest your money in, bro. That's not who you want to invest your money in, bro. This guy can't.
He could have checked Twitter. He didn't even need to come to us.
Literally, bro.
But that's again, like, we're going to talk about Eddie Hearn and some of the stuff he's been doing, but I've praised him before for knowing the maximum value of a fighter.
Facts, bro.
But as a fighter, you never think you're getting maximum value. So when those guys go on to get paid more by somebody else, we've not seen it work out.
It's not sustainable neither, bro.
Correct.
Paying Boatsi all of that millions. And I'm glad, bro. Boatsi, I want to see you make your money. I want to see Dan Azeez. That's my guy, bro. Continue making your money. And no offense to none of those guys. Lawrence Okoli, I want you to make as much money as possible. But when Eddie Hearn paid $5 million, I'll give you an example, paid $5 million for Charles Martin to fight Anthony Joshua, he knew he weren't recouping it there. He was recouping it off all the other fights because AJ was a guy you could invest in. Yeah. Because he was selling, he was capturing the audience. Bro, you can't do that with Lawrence Okoli, bro. This guy just doesn't sell. He's not entertaining enough.
His style's not entertaining enough. His character's not entertaining enough.
Even when he raps, bro, man's just a boring brother, fam.
No, I'm saying shout out to the LGBT Libiquita people, them, yeah. But he's not even as like good looking as AJ.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Even things like that.
Boatsi, I rate Boatsi. I like Boatsi as a fighter, but Boatsi he isn't a Sonny Edwards, bro. He's not gonna sell it with like on stage, like trash talking.
You need Sonny Edwards' chat and Boatsi's ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Let's keep it real, bro. Like you gotta know who to invest money behind, and that's the problem that Ben Shalom's having right now. And Sky, I mean, let's keep it real. They done well with the Eubank Smith fight. I know they done well with Kell Brook, Amir Khan. That was last year, but they don't have no one in their stable where I can say in 3-4 years' time is gonna be knocking on any doors when it comes to pay-per-views, bro.
And speaking of Dan Azeez, you know Dan Azeez personally.
Yeah, that's my guy still.
One of my brethrens, Kemar, said that he knows Dan Azeez as well. Said they went uni together. I don't believe him in it. I just think he said something like, he follows me on Instagram, but it's not his main Insta. It's his business page. I don't know. So I thought that smelled a little bit fishy.
Dan Azeez is my guy. Still, I used to interview him a lot. Like when this is.
Do you still owe money?
But yeah, I owe Dan Azeez money still. Me and this guy's got a bet. Shakan Pitters versus
Dan, if Dan can come on the show and join us at some point,
I'll definitely pay up, bro.
We'll cover the piece.
Pay the bet, bro.
Yeah, we'll cover the piece.
I'll definitely pay the bet.
Because I know you always gamble. You got a gambling addiction. We'll talk about it. Please,
Frank,
please gamble responsibly in that. You know what I'm saying? But there's this Dan Azeez versus Eddie Hearn. Dan Azeez has pulled out of the fight due to a back injury we're hearing. And apparently there was a video going around, doing the rounds that Eddie Hearn had predicted this.
He done an interview with Umar.
He predicted this several weeks ago. But this is a tactic that Eddie Hearn does.
Facts.
Because he does it a lot with Tyson Fury. And it's true about Tyson Fury. Facts. But he always downplays Tyson Fury and says,
he's not going to fight. Yeah. The fight's not going to happen. When the fight gets called off, I told you.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So he does do this a lot. Tyson Fury's a big star. So he's expecting to take flack. Dan Azeez is still on the come up.
I think it's a case of, a broken clock being right 2 times a day. He called it, but he calls it for everything, and all of a sudden this one just all of a sudden happened. But
when you say he called it, he didn't call the injury. He
said the fight will be off.
That the numbers are not going to be good enough, and someone's gonna. He alluded to someone faking an injury.
Oh no, he didn't even say fake an injury. He said they're gonna call it off.
Is it call it off completely?
They're gonna call it off.
Okay. Actually, that doesn't make sense then, because if they were gonna call it off completely, then they wouldn't have the dead fight that's going ahead.
But that's why I think they going ahead with the card. That's
because of Eddie,
bro. I genuinely believe that.
No, so do you think? Okay, so do you think Dan Azeez is faking the injury?
No, I don't think Dan Azeez don't seem like, bro. I genuinely believe Dan Azeez looks at Boatsi like food, bro. I think he looks at Boatsi like food.
I had Dan Azeez winning that fight too.
Me as well. So I think, bro, he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But if anybody knows anything about calling fights off due to injury because bad ticket sales, you guys need to go and watch Dylan White versus flipping Wack the first time. When Dylan White and Wack were supposed to fight the first time, that fight supposedly got called off because Dylan White had an injury. Lies. Derek Chisora said they just didn't sell enough tickets. Bro, let's keep it real. Dan Azeez, for as much love as I have for him, and and Boatsi, they're not sellers, bro. They've never been known as sellers. Dan Azeez, for pretty much his entire career, has been on an undercard. The only time he really did headline was in Eddie Hearn's back garden. So, like, he never really was a seller, bro. So, him...
And Boatsi's stock has been damaged in his last 2-3 fights.
What? He had a horrible last 2 fights. Yeah, and then obviously him turning down the Bivol fight, that didn't look good neither. So I don't think Dan Azeez would fake an injury, but I do think they did bad ticket sales. But then I don't get, because for me, it makes no sense to go ahead with the card with Isaac Chamberlain versus Lawal, bro. No sense whatsoever.
Isaac Chamberlain shouldn't be heading any card.
Bro, he shouldn't even be co-main event, fam.
Yeah, he's, like, having seen him in real life now, I'm like, rah, this brother's an athlete. He's a real athlete.
Facts.
But he shouldn't be headlining events.
I mean, bro, the fact
was this pay-per-view as well?
No, it weren't. Are you mad?
Thank God for that. Bro, brother.
You mad, fam?
Brother, this is Sky we're talking about.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't know with Sky.
True. No, it weren't pay-per-view still. I was looking forward to the fight, but I don't know what Sky's doing going ahead with this show.
Because both these guys are fringe pay-per-view guys. It would have been pay-per-view if Boatsi fought Bivol.
Yeah, 100.
And it would have been, and if Dan Azeez won this, his next fight might have been pay-per-view. So
More than likely, bro.
They're both fringe pay-per-view
But,
guys.
I mean, what? How much pay-per-views are we talking about?
I agree that it shouldn't have been. I'm just saying the question isn't as outrageous.
Yeah, I get
Do you know
what
what I'm
you
saying?
mean.
You're trying to little man me like Laurie did last week.
No.
Like, no, that's what it is. This is my show. This is my show.
I would never do that to you, bro. I would never, ever in my life.
I was looking to you for like moral support. You were just busting up and that,
fam.
fam.
I'm seeing Laurie say, I'm going to talk to you after the show, bro. I'm surprised they didn't send you outside and send you in the naughty step, fam. Man was moving mad. But we're not even going to talk. If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the live stream we done on DR Sports for the KSI fight.
Yeah, 100%.
Speaking of the KSI fight, fam.
So we done on Dan Azeez now. Dan Azeez, Eddie Hearn. Because was Eddie Hearn wrong for what he was doing?
No, Eddie Hearn is, bro. I saw Dan Azeez do this interview with Simon Jordan, and obviously he was offended. But he's got to understand the game, bro. Whenever they can gain leverage, it's a war, bro.
Do you know what it's like?
It's a
do you
war,
know
bro.
what it's like? Yeah, it's like if you're a rapper and you sign with a rapper that's got beef with somebody else, you might inherit that beef.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So if you sign with Ben Shalom and Eddie are rivals. Eddie don't care about you. You're just standing next to Ben Shalom.
Facts.
So I'm gonna shoot at anybody that's standing next to my enemy.
Literally, a friend of an enemy is an enemy, bro.
That's it.
Literally,
Do you know what I mean? So that's just what it is. I'm gonna shoot at everybody.
Literally, and let's keep it real, bro. When you look at Eddie Hearn's stable of shows between now and the end of the year, bro, and you look at Sky's stable of shows between now and the end of the year, it's elephant and ants, bro. Let's keep it real. When you got the Wild vs Isaac Chamberlain as a headline, and the same day he's got a show Linares versus Cattrall. Like, let's keep it real, bro. Linares and Cattrall is a proper fight.
This is a significantly weakened Eddie Hearn as well.
Facts.
This isn't Eddie Hearn at the peak of his powers. This is a weaker version.
A weaker Eddie Hearn. He's got a good shows coming up. I mean, I know he's got the Cameron Taylor rematch. Regis versus Devin, bro. Come on,
Chantel
bro.
Cameron's going to win that again.
Of course. Sonny Edwards versus Rodriguez, bro. Those are some good fights that he's got coming up, bro. Like, and what does Sky have? Their best fight from now to the end of the year was Dan Azeez and Buatsi, bro. So of course he's gonna take shots at it. And Dan Azeez, you're the main event, bro. So you just have to take. With success comes this, bro. People are gonna shoot at you.
If I was Sky and Ben Shalom, I would be looking at trying to partner with like a rival influencer boxing type of situation.
Facts, but
bring that over to Sky, like a Kingpin or someone like that that's struggling. Bring that over to Sky and try to interweave these fights.
They're trying to do this NBC thing. Did you see that?
Nah.
Apparently, all their fights are now on NBC, bro.
Whose fights?
Sky shows are on NBC, bro. This fight is on NBC in America, bro. NBC.
Who cares? So that's meaningless. They're not going to do those numbers over there. What's the point?
I don't, bro.
NBC must just have nothing to put on in that slot. They're showing reruns of like Mock the Week and that, like Dave, reruns of Top Gear or something.
I don't know what they're probably, bro. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah.
I ain't going to do no numbers over there.
None. Like, I don't know, bro.
That's one of them things. Like, it sounds good as a headline, but when you look, like, if you're a fighter. If you're a young fighter and people go, not only are you on Sky,
but you're on
NBC in America too. And when you look at it, it's
five viewers, bro. Man, they're just watching it in background, white noise and that.
Yeah, 100%. That's gonna be for like white van drivers, like the long haul nighttime drivers. Just put something on. Do you know what I mean? That's dead food, man.
Dead.
But Chris Eubank used to fight on like Channel 5, didn't he?
Yeah. Channel 3.
ITV, yeah.
ITV,
bro. ITV trying to box thing.
Coronation Street, fam.
My days.
Man, used to watch a Coronation
We've really
Street.
been through it, you know. We've really been through it. As UK boxing fans, we've been through it, bro.
Trust me, bro. I remember some horrible nights of boxing. But I remember Nathan Cleverly, Tony Bellew won, bro. And that was a pay-per-view, bro. Yeah. I remember some horrible nights of boxing, bro. But
now the biggest boxing shows we have are some of these influencer boxing. Like I say, I would try and slip in some of these fights like a Buatsi Azeez in with whoever the influencer boxer is. Do you know what I mean? I would really try to try and get them around these guys.
They got to do something because
some of the people that are managing social media people need to manage some of these boxers with regards to how to build their image.
Because
and how to
even
look
at Riakporhe, fam. Like, let's keep it real. Like, he was supposed to be having a big fight now. Like, where's he? Like,
he should be fighting Billum Smith.
Huh?
He should be fighting Billum Smith.
He should be fighting Billum Smith.
Yeah.
But what they were trying to do was get him another world title and then do a unification between the two. But bro, you're ambitious. You're being too ambitious, bro. Just make the fights that you have in front of you.
Yeah. They're three very athletic-looking guys that just do ugly fights
and just don't sell, bro.
The last Riakporhe Billum Smith fight was awful.
Yeah, I know, but Riakporhe won, but it was messy.
It was horrible.
Messy, trust me.
Horrible fight.
I think that was on the Dylan White Rivas undercard, if I'm correct. I was at. In fact, it was definitely at there. That's the day I met Laurie because I actually working on that card.
Yeah, Oscar Rivas, great fighter.
Yeah, definitely.
Underrated fighter.
Definitely.
What was the uglier fight, would you say? The Riakporhe versus Billum Smith or KSI versus Tommy Fury?
No. KSI and Tommy Fury weren't even a fight, bro. That was a whining contest, bro.
Oh my!
Them man were grabbing, holding, bro. It was a mad thing.
Yeah, someone's got to edit some of that footage together with like Egyptian behind it or something like that. That's just mad. That's just mad. Like Molly May weren't talking to him on the car home and that. You know what I'm saying? Just watch you whine on the next man and that.
Literally, bro. It was so mad. Is that what's it called? It was like bouncer versus flipping arms, bro. Literally,
yeah, rolling around and that, bro.
Hugging up each other. And, bro, I literally think KSI thinks he's cold with his star jumps thing that he's doing, fam. This is mad, bro.
But you know, like, you see this all the time, though. When someone comes into boxing, they don't know how to box. It's long. KSI works a lot on his physique, and he does work hard, but, like, they'll try to skip certain steps.
100.
And everyone I've seen come into the boxing ring, especially later on, when you put them in a boxing ring or in a boxing gym young, they'll do the fundamentals. But a lot of people come in, and when they're older, they try to reinvent the wheel.
Facts.
You say, "Oh, here's how you do a jab," and they'll be like, but what if I throw the jab from over here?" It's like, bro, that's not how you throw a jab.
If you watch it, yeah, bro, you'll see it a lot, fam. When we were watching that card, a lot of guys are switching southpaw to orthodox. You never really see that in the pros as much.
You'd have to be an elite fighter.
Exactly.
To do that, yeah.
But these men are just trying a thing.
It's like watching YouTube football and watching man try and shoot from 40 yards out. Like that's something that like happens very rarely in professional football. Bro, so why you're trying
it's unnecessary.
It's great. But then they're up against like dead goalkeepers in a YouTube football. You might as well try it. So it's the same thing in the YouTube boxing.
But apparently KSI owes Tyson John Fury 200 racks, fam. Man said in the bailiffs for him. 200 grand, fam.
I'm sick of John Fury. I'm not gonna lie. I've got John Fury fatigue. Like, I feel like I've heard more from John Fury over the last month than KSI or Tommy.
100%.
All I hear about is John. Like, he's gonna give himself a heart attack.
But he loves the limelight, bruv. He loves it,
of course, because he was a dead boxer, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Of course, like he's got two sons that are better. He weren't banging those no models like Tommy's doing.
100.
He weren't in no Love Island shape like Tommy is, and he weren't a great boxer like Tyson.
Literally.
So he's literally living vicariously through his kids.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? And we see this a lot in sport, but boxing especially. Do you know what I mean? You got T.O.'s dad.
Yeah,
is very similar.
But the difference with T.O.'s dad is, and he's not a great coach at all. But with T.O.'s dad, I'd actually give him a little bit of slack in the sense that he actually knows what he's talking about when it comes to the sport. You could tell John Fury's just, bruv, I don't know, he's like a flipping McDonald's toy. You just wind him up and let him go, fam. Like,
especially, and you know what, John Fury's made, because of what you just said, he's made for this.
Fact.
He's made for the influence of boxing because he can't hold a candle to some of those other guys, the Eddie Reynosos or the
look at his brother. Look at Peter Fury.
100%.
Peter Fury's a way better coach than he is.
100%. So he really don't want to be in those arenas, and it works for him because he can't go to America anyway. but he don't really want to be getting into those arguments with guys who do know boxing.
Yeah, I remember when Carl Frampton was upset with him over something. I don't remember what it was about.
They were talking about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, and he just said, like, you know, Tyson's a better boxer. He said what everybody said. Carl Frampton said what everybody said. Tyson Fury's a better boxer, but, you know, that right hand is a killer. And Carl Frampton's like 5'6".
Yeah.
And John Fury's a big guy. He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a big guy. And he just goes and starts trying to bully Carl Frampton. And to be fair, I rate Carl Frampton so highly
100.
because obviously they're all of like Irish heritage. Carl Frampton's Irish. And he just held his own.
Fact.
He just held his own. He was just like, listen, he just told him straight.
John Fury can't chat to Carl Frampton.
No.
Carl Frampton is a multiple weight. He's a world champion, bro. Like, you can't, like, let's keep it
He's one of the best boxers, pure boxers of his generation.
That came from this country easy, bro. Like, so what do you really have to say to a man
apart from the fact that I'm bigger than you and I've roughed some people up in the pub?
Like, literally, bro. Like,
but in their culture, though, in that English culture, especially up north, that holds weight. We're from London, so we can't relate to that. Bro, do you know what I'm saying? If man comes to you like, yeah, I'm the baddest man from so-and-so, and I roughed up man, someone's just gonna...
They don't carry no weight. But the truth is, again, it's John Fury, innit? Does KSI owe him money? If KSI did bet, he should pay it still. But KSI ain't paying it because he thought he won the fight.
No, that's dead. It don't matter, though. He lost. The judges said you lost. You can't go to a bookies and place a bet and say, no, I think my horse passed the line for... That's not how it works.
And he also didn't do... This guy is so sick, yeah. KSI is so... This is how you know you don't know that much about
Shout out Ade as well, man. Ade's there trying to like... Ade's there trying to massage everybody's egos and be a politician.
Ade, and that. I'm not going to lie, as much... Bro, Ade is so bad because I'm like... this guy is better than this, bro. But I know they're paying you bare money, fam. So
listen,
it's like,
I don't know what Ade's getting paid.
Ade is looking at it like, fam, this is beneath me, but I'm getting bread, fam.
I don't pocket watch, innit? Shout out Ade, man. Shout out Ade, man.
But in terms of, what's it called? In terms of KSI, yeah? Like, KSI was like, oh, I clearly won the first 3 rounds and I got a knockdown. I'm like, bro, there's 6 rounds of the fight, you know? So even if you won the first 3 rounds and you got a knockdown, like, let's keep it real. You didn't win clearly enough because it is 3-3.
And Tommy Fury got a point taken off there.
Yeah, no, but...
Are you saying that's the knockdown?
Tommy Fury only got 1 point taken off.
Yeah.
I mean, not the knockdown, sorry.
The point deduction. So you're saying, yeah, got you.
So it's only 3-3. So in your eyes, the best case scenario is you won by 1 point.
Yeah.
So how can you clearly say it's a win if in your eyes, bro?
Nah, but as a boxer, he feels that he won by 1 point. So he won.
But I hear what you're saying, but you can't say it clearly.
As fans, we can. But that's us. That's for us.
No,
as
but
fans.
he can't say it. If he's saying he won by 1 point, how can you say it's clear if you think you've only won by 1 point?
Because he fought the fight. That's how he feels.
Bro, that doesn't make sense. You can't say you won clearly and you won by 1 point.
Brother,
winning clearly is winning by like 5 rounds, bro.
You're watching a man whose hairline's all the way back here, jumping up and down, doing star jumps. None of it makes any sense.
Facts.
None of it makes it. These men are facing off and they said it was a cage. And it was like the little fiberglass plastic you get on a bus. I've seen 15-year-olds beef and bust that window off.
Literally,
do you know what I'm saying? So
literally, and then John Fury's headbutt and it like
he's a neek. He's actually a neek. Like he's actually a neek. I'm not gonna lie. He's starting to annoy me. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I thought he's just embarrassing at this point.
Trust me.
Do you know what I mean?
But boy.
So you think he should pay?
100 blood. 100, but he's not going to because he thought he won.
Also, KSI's rich. Like 200 bags is little man money to him. If he made that bet, he should definitely pay it. Because that's not a lot of money.
But I think John Fury's serious about getting that money.
Well, 100. No, but John Fury's not. Obviously, Tyson Fury's got big bread, and Tommy Fury's doing very well for himself. But John Fury personally does not have big peas like that, bro. He's making. If he lost the bet, he'd have to go to Tyson to get the money. He ain't got 200.
So?
John Fury has not got 200 bags to slap down on anything. Cash to just transfer you, bruv. He might own a couple properties in that, but not cash.
Let's keep it. Well, he normally, I don't know how it works, but normally you get 10% of your, if you're the trainer, you get 10% of the fighter's purse.
Yeah.
So I heard that
John Fury,
Tommy Fury got 2 mil for the fight, 2.5 mil.
Yeah.
So if you got 10% of that, that's 250 grand. At least you'd have to give up his whole purse.
But that's what I'm saying. If that's his whole purse for the fight, that's big money to him. That's a lot of money to hit for someone like him. Him personally. Not the family, they make bread as a family, but just for him.
No,
he ain't got 200 bags to. KSI could lose 200 bags tomorrow and not notice.
Defo.
Do you know what I'm saying? He could give, even if he didn't want to take it out in cash, he could give you like 2 watches and say, here, just take them watches.
Easy, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? If man, I was going to get into my criminal bag and say, like, if I sent man to KSI's yard, they could come out with 200 bags worth of jewels and he might not even deep it, bro.
The 100.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas them man up there,
that's insurance money for them man there.
100%. Whereas for John, yeah, he's gonna want that bread.
Man has to sell his caravan to make 200 grand.
You know what? I had that joke in my head, and I thought, you know what? I had it, but I was gonna say he's gonna sell like 3/4 of his caravan. But I thought, let me not say that, blood. But we're Shane trying to get us cancelled, man. Let's wrap the show up, blood.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's wrap the show. That was Shane's comment, not mine. There was a Shane Willoughby. Do you know what I'm saying? Of 16. No, I'm joking. Look at Shane's.
But them men can't come to my address. Are you mad?
That's true.
That's true. Can't come to my address.
That's very true. That is very true. But listen, man, like, subscribe. Much more boxing content coming, much more football content coming. I'm actually covering Arsenal and United's Champions League game coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah,
so make sure that you're here, make sure that you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Do you know what I'm
saying? And we're doing
Tyson
Fury versus Ngannou as well.
We are, yeah. We're going to be on DR Sports covering Tyson Fury and Ngannou. I might be uncharacteristically quiet on that one.
Lonnie's going to send you to the naughty step, bro.
No, I should be hosting that one. I should be hosting.
I think they're gonna try and get somebody else on it as well.
Yeah.
I hope they do. I hope they get someone.
I know who they won't get on it.
No names.
Someone are blacklisted from that show now. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know who won't be on it, but we'll definitely be there.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll terminate our contract after that. But boy, who knows, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? We'll see what I go on. But we'll be back here every
100.
week. So make sure that you like, subscribe, drop all the comments, do all that good stuff. And we're out. Peace.
Love.